Hello, 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 and happy Monday to all of my gods and goddesses. Aquarius, I am talking to you, and you. Hopefully, you all had a great weekend, and hopefully, you set your intentions before you started your day on today. That today is a great day. Yes, because setting intentions are very, very important. So, let's get right into your reading. We are at filming 3.4 days away from the next new moon. So, I want to get you prepared for that, like what to look out for. Okay, Aquarius, let's go. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my amazing Aquarius as it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions, and spirituality, and where they need to take action. I am talking to my open-minded humanitarians who are also creative. Keep that in mind. Free-spirited, intellectual, progressive, original, independent, unique, friendly, powerful water bearers. You are the I know sign. Yes, because you do know everything, Aquarius. And this is not to put you in an elitist position whatsoever. You know more than you realize because of your life experiences. So you all are very, very wise, and you are light years ahead of the rest. Yes, for a reason. Let's pull your cards and see what they have to say, right? A lot of you all are in transition, and this is what I'm picking up from the cards. Transition from jobs, transition from relationships, whether it's a professional relationship or personal relationship, transition from some careers, just transition period, right? And what does that feel like, transitioning? Just like what? When you hear about people transitioning from this life to the next, it feels like a death rebirth, right, Aquarius? So for some of you all, here's the beautiful thing. One of your ruling planets, Saturn, is stationed direct. That's the planet of discipline and responsibility, ambition, following your long-term goals, dreams, the whole 9 yards, right? And then you have Uranus, which is the planet of intuition, right? Which talks about spontaneity and also change, right? So Uranus being retrograde is giving all Aquarius opportunity, especially as a fixed sign. You all are divine masculine, you all are givers, but giving you as a fixed sign time to adjust to the changes that are happening in your lives. Keep that in mind. You all are creators, gods, right? A lot of people have a problem considering themselves God, but that's because they don't understand what a God is. You're not someone else's God. You are not someone else's creator. So you're not responsible for saving other people. And that way, we're talking about being a guide, Guide, right? We have the Temperance card, which is attached to Saturn. I'm sorry, which is attached to Sagittarius. Somebody, your guardian angels are putting fire up under you to create. A creator is someone, see, Most High God gave us free will to create the life that we want. If you don't work, you don't eat, right? You have to create opportunities for yourself. Even the job that you apply for, Aquarius, you had to either go to school or gain some kind of experience to even qualify for the position, right? Even people that you don't think are qualified for position, they had to create space, sometimes just speaking it into existence, but you had to do something to get there. So you don't work for anybody. You are a co-creator with that job or that organization, right? Here we have the King of Cups. This is where you're going to be getting to your God level of clarity to see exactly, to really calm yourself down, like really calm your nerves, and thinking, wow, these people are working overtime to get me fired. These people are working overtime to hurt me. These people are working overtime. Some of the uncomfortableness, if that's a word, that you have experienced in some of your jobs was God, using those spirits, and they were willing, trust me, using those spirits. Remember Job, the book of Job, right in that first chapter, where God gave Satan permission to wreak havoc in Job's life, right? So some of those spirits were given permission to help push you out of the door right into your purpose, right? So I don't want you all to be mad at those people. I want you to say, you know what? Okay, this happened for a reason. I know I've always had a greater purpose. I'm a giver, right? Yes. So don't be mad at your colleagues. They're being used, and a lot of them are willing participants. Really. You always had the Midas touch. This is what I'm saying for a lot of you all. So you have the ability to create space so that you can receive money. What does that look like for you? A lot of you all are highly gifted. Well, all of you all are highly gifted, right? Everybody has spiritual gifts. Everybody. You're highly gifted. You can create opportunities for yourselves. One of the things that I was talking about for, and I'm saying this in relation to the video that I put up for Leos, What would you do if your job went away today? Let's say the company just folded. What would you do? Some people will automatically apply for unemployment, which is okay. But what would you do to create the life that you say that you always wanted, right? Maybe that life consisted of, hey, taking a vacation on a Tuesday and coming back the following Tuesday or Wednesday. But how would you do that? You've gained a lot of wisdom and knowledge on your job, believe it or not, through your whole life experience before even getting to that job. You gained a lot of experience, right? So some of you all are going to go sit down somewhere and you're going to meditate. Okay, God, what do you want me to do next, right? Some people are at a point where they don't want to physically work for anybody else. So God, what am I going to do next? What do you have for me to do next? God is going to start, and you sit down in your meditative state, probably near a body of water, whether you're taking a spiritual bath or on a beach or a spiritual shower. And God is saying, I gave you a lot of skills along your way, along the journey. You're resilient. You're a healer. You're a very kind-hearted person. You're a giver, right? I'm going to create a space for you. You have the power to create a space so that people will actually appreciate your giving heart and your giving spirit. What does that look like for you, Aquarius? Because you're not looking to the left or looking to the right. You don't have any competition. You don't need to look to them or look to this person or whatever, right? Unless you're looking to them as being, okay, all right, God sent these people across my path to help me to co-create, right? Here we have some of you all have been spiritually gifted since you were kids. Some of you all came from families where they were entrepreneurs, right? And so you have that spirit of entrepreneurship in you. Yes. What did they do? See, a lot of times people looked at their families and they're like, oh, they ran a store, they opened a store, or they, were a beautician, or they were this or that, or whatever the case, or they did hair out of their home, or they may have sold oils, or they may have sold this, that, and the other, an entrepreneurial spirit. So everything that you've experienced in your life was leading up to this moment right here. So I see a lot of you all sailing away from nonsense, right? Sailing away from nonsense in all relationships in your life, things that just don't serve your highest purpose. Again, you are starting to really get a fire up under you. Like, okay, I am sick and tired of working for people or working with people or even being in friendships with people who don't appreciate my giving spirit, right? Your most likable trait as an Aquarius is your friendliness, right? And so now you got a fire up under you and you're like, okay, I'm about to fire some people. I'm getting away from all the manipulators, people who have been taking my kindness for weakness, right? Yes, Aquarius. And guess what? You're sleeping better as a result of it. Why? Because you just created space. You removed some things from your plate. You are creating space for you to sleep better. So what that looks like for some of you all is that I'm not putting all of that energy into a job that doesn't appreciate me. That's a relationship. That's a professional relationship. I'm not going to keep suggesting things, and I'm not going to keep caring more about this job than they care about me, because I now see that if I were to drop dead today, guess what? My seat would be filled tomorrow. I'm not putting that kind of emotional energy into this anymore. Some of those friendships have been lopsided for years. I'm always there for this friend, but whenever I need something, which is rare, maybe once a year, I can't lean on that person because they're never available. It's always something. They're never available. So I'm sailing away from things that don't serve my highest purpose. I'm disappointed, yes, in mankind. I still love the spirit. I can still be friendly, and I can still be forgiving to the spirit, because they are divine spirits just like you are, Aquarius. But am I going to hold space for it anymore? No, I'm not even going to create space for it. I'm not going to hold it. Nothing. I'm just sailing away from it. I wish you the best, but I need to get my rest, right? I need to get my rest. We are 3.4 days away from the next new moon, so I'm trying to get you all prepared. As creators, you have the backing of the Most High God, universe, and your ancestors all around you, keeping you safe and protecting you as you continue to transition. Yes, the number 34 governs order, steady growth, and patient approach to manifesting your goals. Yes, steady growth, patience, the number 34. Like I said, we are 3.4 days away from the next new moon. I know you all are excited. I know you all are excited because you're all innovators by default. Here we have you're naturally attracted to hidden mysteries and secrets of life. It also means that you have a way of combining the creative in an organized way in order to elevate your understanding and mindset. You're learning from the past, good and negative, right? And it's something you do very well. You have learned from past things, right? We're looking at the Nine of Wands. A lot of you all are at the end of a very long and arduous road that you've been on, but you've been enlightened on that road. Like, what did you take away? What did you learn? A lot of you all have had opportunities for training. You've been in training actually your whole life. What I'm talking about in some of your jobs, you have been in training, like you have taken courses, the whole 9 yards. What were you able to draw from those courses? What are you able to do now in this digital world, this society, where you can actually put that online and actually help people share with the world? Again, your ruling planet Uranus is retrograde, giving you some time to come out of that fixed energy and start being more flexible, being adaptable to change, right? Yes, Aquarius, you all are creators. You're going to create the life that you want. Ask any entrepreneur, self included, right? Any entrepreneur. Yeah, you may have gone through nights like this where you were just, again, grieving the loss of a job, whether you chose to leave or whether they chose to terminate the agreement or whatever. Grieving the loss of a job. You may be grieving the loss of a friendship, grieving the loss of a relationship, a romantic relationship. But guess who was always there? Your ancestors. Yes. Sometimes things, Aquarius, seem like they come at the worst possible time. You could have lost a loved one, lost a job, marriage could have gone kaput all at the same time. You're like, okay, this is just too much to take, right? I don't even know what to pray for at this point because it's just so much piling on at me at the same time. But guess what? You survived it. You survive it because you're crying. You're getting it out. You're releasing it. Remember, your energy is directed outward. There's a divine masculine sign. So you had to release it. And when you released it, guess what you were receiving? Love from your ancestors. All the time, this entire time. They had you. See, like this person right here, they were even around you. Like this is a bird's nest, right? They were like you were a baby. Your ancestors were all around you, protecting you, making sure that you had a good night's rest, right? That your spirit was resting, right? Because on this next part of your journey, a lot of things are coming your way. You've always had the Midas touch. People around you being exposed left and right as being liars and cheaters and this, that, and the other, disappointing. But guess who was always there? Ancestors, right? God used the moon to expose them. Why? Because the moon is aligned to, I don't understand how people don't understand how powerful the moon is. The moon is aligned to our feelings, our subconscious habits, our emotions, and our moods, right? People can only hide their lies, but for so long. So as disappointing and as hurtful as it is, I don't want you all to be so distracted that you forget that you have the key to open up the vault to everything that you want on the other side of Aquarius. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people are thinking, okay, well, what's going to happen to me for the rest of the year, right? Remember, your ruling planet, well, one of your ruling planets, Uranus or Uranus, is retrograde until January 18th, I believe, 2022. So if you're thinking, okay, everything is going to change January 1st, I'm going to make it change January 1st or at the end of December 31st, you can't think in those terms. That's a calendar, that's a Gregorian calendar. We're talking about moon phases, right? We're talking about cycles, right? You can speak things into existence right now by saying, okay, what is it? What message is God trying to get through to me? Don't be distracted. Everything is already taken care of. Don't worry about anything. All your needs are being met. There have been times where people don't even remember how their rent was paid or how like their mortgage was paid or how they didn't get set out on the street and then opportunities come in their way. But sometimes people complain so much they miss what God is doing right in their face. I'm saying a lot of you all, in this time developing your inner peace and your inner strength and being very happy. This is the little girl or little boy in you, right? This could have been once you and your partner, you and your person, and then you found out something about your person and feel like it was just devastating. But guess what? Your ancestors needed you to see it God needed you to see it so that you can move on, so that you can sail away. As disappointed and as heartbroken as some of you all were, hey, you know what? It was a long time coming. And so now you all are focusing on your internal peace and happiness. This is a little boy or little girl in you, right? You're in perfect harmony with yourself. And when I talk about are, was, is, past, present, future tenses, I see it all, where you came from and where you're going. I see you, some of you all are in this posture right now, overthinking it. There's nothing to overthink. Sometimes you overthink some things and you feel like, okay, I'm sick and tired of thinking about this. I'm tired. I don't even want to think about this anymore. Why do I keep overthinking this, right? Once you find out that a person has been lying, and they have been gaslighting you and playing all kinds of games, and once it's exposed, you have swords to your advantage. That's your power. Cut the air supply. Plus, part of you all being the smartest sign is the fact that you have air and water, two things that sustain life, right? In conjunction with the other elements on earth, right? But as a water bearer, you have what people need. They need air and water. So you don't want to overthink it. There's nothing to overthink. Come up out of your feelings and say, I'm not overthinking this at all. That job didn't deserve me. That person didn't deserve me. Whatever. They didn't deserve me. So let me cut the air supply, get into nurturing myself, focusing on my wholeness, healing, the whole 9 yards. I see a lot of you all looking for new windows of opportunity when it comes to money, because you are a creator. You're creating opportunity. So you're not sitting in front of a vault. You're getting to work. You're not sitting in front of a vault disappointed, overthinking anything. It's like, you know what? Those people didn't deserve me. I know who I am. I'm an Aquarius. I am open-minded. I am a humanitarian. I am creative. I am free-spirited. I am intellectual. Highly intellectual. I'm powerful. I am friendly. I'm unique, independent, original, progressive. I am the water bearer. I am the I know sign. That is the reason why I start my videos out that way, because when you're in those moments of pure disappointment that can cause you to block your own money because somebody or something was exposed. And I'm talking about constantly exposed in your face. Some of you all have worked for companies that were just crooked from top to bottom. So I don't want you to focus on your paycheck, because you can actually, that was the idea of somebody created that company. Somebody else created that company, but guess what? You can create a better company. You can create a company where people are not just, wicked and underhanded and sneaky. You can create an environment. If y'all don't think that that's from from the top down. Some of you all think, okay, well, this manager is nice and that manager is nice. Guess what? They wicked from top to bottom. And I'm talking to somebody. Don't get it twisted. Don't assume that there's good one over here and bad one over here. Even the good ones, if they were leaders, they would stand up and take and help you. But if they didn't stand up and help you, they're complicit, right? So they go right over there in the batch of bad apples. Yes, let's pull an oracle card. Time for you to build your strength, right? That's right. Time for you to build your strength. Like I said, your ruling planet, Uranus, or one of them, is retrograde right now, giving all Aquarius everywhere, all over the planet, time to adjust, to change. Major changes are happening. You have the Midas touch to create the life that you want, Aquarius. Speak it into existence. If you have to write it down, create some I am statements, right? The same company that somebody that was a brainchild of somebody else's that some of you all have worked for, guess what? You can build an even better company. Dig deep. Some of you all have been entrepreneurs since you were a kid. You bore witness to some of your family members, grandparents, parents. Somebody in your family was an entrepreneur and they were successful. And so you already have it in you. So sail away from any relationships that don't appreciate who you are and what you bring into this realm, Aquarius. That is what I have for you. Have a fantastic day. Don't forget to open up that vault. Get up, shake it off. Get up, Aquarius, shake it off, because you have all of this. You have the key to the life that you can create. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. Bye.